In this video tutorial, you will learn how to set up data sending and control of switching devices using the IEC 60870-5-103 protocol. Next, we will consider setting the protocol in the configurator software. Similar settings can be made in the Smart Monitor software. Before starting to work with the configuration, it is recommended that you watch the video tutorial opening and saving of configuration file. After successfully opening the configuration file, go to the System Parameters section, Serial Protocols tab. To enable sending data to external devices using the IEC 60870-5-103 protocol, this tab must contain that protocol. If not, it can be added. Next, in the Communication Parameters tab, set the IED network address. This address is set in accordance with the project and based on the rule that there should not be devices with the same addresses in the network. After that, assign the protocol 60870-5-103 to the required port and configure its parameters. For more information about configuring network parameters, see the video tutorial on configuring ED2 devices' IED network parameters. Next, in accordance with the project, we will configure the protocol parameters. In the parameter transmit type, set one of the available types. When the periodic type is selected, data transmission will occur with a time interval set in the delay analogs parameter. The time interval can be set from 1 to 900 seconds in 1-second increments. When the sporadic type is selected, the transmission will occur according to a change in the state of transmitted signals. When periodic and sporadic is selected, data transmission will be carried out periodically with the sending period time interval, as well as when the state of transmitted signals changes. If you select disabled, data transmission will be carried out only on request. From the drop-down list of the Measure and Data Type parameter, select the data type according to which it is necessary to transmit analog values, ASDU4 floating point or ASDU9 fixed point. Next, in the Analog Data parameter, select the composition of the transmitted analog data. Similarly, in the Binary Data parameter, tick off the composition of the transmitted binary data. The composition of analog and binary data can be viewed in that IEC 60870-5-103 protocol data report. To do this, in the Service menu, select the Reports tab, IEC 60870-5-103 protocol data. The base addresses of logic signals, binary outputs, analog values, calculated measurements and functions phasors are specified in decimal form and are used for automatic generation of data object addresses. Changing the default base addresses is not recommended without agreement with the IED manufacturer. The generated addresses of data objects can be viewed by generating a report on this protocol. In the report, addresses of data objects are presented in decimal form as function number and information number. To get the address of any data object in decimal form, take the function number and the information number. Convert them to hexadecimal numbers. Next, write them as one value and convert the resulting hexadecimal value into decimal. When the value of the skip INF0's parameter is set, object addresses for the 60870-5-103 protocol are generated with omitting values equal to 0 in the information number field. To configure the control of switching devices according to the IEC 60870-5-103 protocol, go to the section Switching Devices. Setting of switching devices via IEC 60870-5-103 protocol in most of the parameters is similar to setting according to the IEC 61850 protocol. So first we recommend that you familiarize yourself with the video tutorial Logical Nodes of IEC 61850 for switching devices. Then, we will consider setting only a part of the parameters necessary for controlling switching devices via the IEC 60870-5-103 protocol. For example, let's set up a disconnector. In the position signaling parameter, the common value is selected for a switching device with a common drive for 3 phases. The per phase value is selected for a switching device with a separate drive for each phase. In the Communication Interface parameter, select the required RS485 interface. And for the Program Protocol parameter, 60870-5-103. The control model is selected based on the required control method for the switching device. The disabled value is set only when it is necessary to display the position of the switching device, without the ability to control it. Direct mode is used to control a switching device simultaneously by several clients. Mode with confirmation, select before operate, is used to control the switching device with the capture of control by one client. The option of adding and removing switching devices, as well as changing the type parameter, is additionally provided for the IED with Bay controller functions. The functionality code of the IED can be found in the System Parameters section, IED Parameters tab. Next, in the Parameters area, specify the control command signals for the selected switching device. To control the switching device, it is enough to specify tripping signal and closing signal. If there are no suitable signals in the drop-down lists of these parameters, or there are no signals at all, then in the Modules section it is necessary to check the presence of the corresponding virtual module of binary inputs, as well as the pulse mode set for this module. The pulse mode is used to limit the duration of control commands received via the IEC 60870-5-103 protocol. If there are no free signals in the existing virtual modules, you can add an additional module from the library. Be sure to check the checkbox pulse mode for the added module. Additionally, in the logic diagram, it is recommended to make sure that the corresponding signals from the virtual module of binary inputs are connected to inputs close command and trip command in the functional control module of the switching device being set. It is also possible to reassign close command and trip command signals to the functional control module of switching devices. For more details about working with signals and the logic diagram of IED, see the video tutorial on configuring the ED2 IED's binary inputs, outputs, logic signals and indication, and creation and testing of interlocking logic and switching device control. Function number and information number to control the switching device can be found in the IEC 60870-5-103 protocol data report. This completes the configuration of the control of switching devices via the IEC 60870-5-103 protocol. After completing editing the configuration, you must save it through the File menu or by clicking on the Save button on the toolbar. This video tutorial is over. We hope it was useful to you. Thank you for your attention.